Have you ever had that special thing that in your life, that one special thing that you cannot live without? The, each horse has, each horse that has been involved in my life has always been special to me. Each horse that has been involved in my life has also been very special to my heart. One could say that it runs in my genes. My Grandpa Jack told stories of all of us. My Grandpa Jack told stories of all of us doing or raising donkeys and ponies and also horses. At a very young age, to be exact, my very first horse I rode was at the age of 1 year old. I rode Queenie and lead line with my dad. Queenie was a very special horse to me, as she was raised in my family and she was on my grandparents' farm. Queenie was very broke to ride and able to drive. My parents had me riding after we were done driving her in competition. She was a pretty pink mare that was a great babysitter for me. Following Queenie, my parents purchased me a horse by the name of Coco. Coco was a pleasure mare that would allow me to go and ride around anywhere I wanted. She took very great care of me and I enjoyed her. I learned all my basic riding skills on Coco. As Coco got older, it was time for me to part with her and to get another horse, as that horse would allow me to gain more competition experience. Instead of buying me a horse, my parents bought me a pony. My pony, Raisin, was 13 hands and she was a beautiful brown and white pony. During my first 2 years of having Raisin, she became my go-to horse. Raisin and I have done many different things together. One of those things that I remember about Raisin was riding her in the Extreme Cowboy Race. The Extreme Cowboy Race is where you have obstacles and you are timed on doing it. She may have been small, but she was mighty. She would do anything you wanted her to, except go through water puddles. Raisin went on to teach many other of younger kids. Following Raisin, I was ready for the next step up, but not to go fast. So my next horse, under the guidance of my cousin, we found a horse in Iowa by the name of Bailey. Bailey was trained for Western Pleasure, was a Western Pleasure horse that was a step up for me. We would ride for hours on end. Bailey would go wherever I asked her to, except for working with cattle, and she was not very fond of them as she would always get scared. Later on in Bailey's career, we ended up retiring her due to arthritis, and she would then live on the rest of her life as a happy horse. One special occasion that we became involved in was Eastern Kansas Horsemanship Association, better known as EKHA. EKHA allowed me to show horses and do different things with them. I learned how to ride an English saddle while doing EKHA and to launch my horse over jumps and also become a better rider. We met many new people, which gave me longer friendships in life. According to the Eastern Kansas Horsemanship Association, we are allowed to win prizes at the year-end awards and also meet a ton of new friends. Getting these awards makes everyone feel like they have done something special and to meet their goal in life. In the horse world, each person has a heart horse. A heart horse is usually a plain wrapper that you don't let go of when found. They are worth keeping and don't get me wrong, each horse at some point will end up as someone else's horse. But this heart horse that I call mine, his name is Mud. Mud is a buckskin gelding that was born and raised on our farm. One might ask how we required the name. My parents found him one night after a rainstorm, laying in the mud on the opposite side of the fence. At first, my dad rode him, and then finally, as Mud got older, he decided to give me a turn and ride him instead. We first participated with him in Western Pleasure in reining. As he got older, I did started him on barrels and poles. I continue to ride Mud to this day in barrels and competing in competitions. Mud and I have become a great pair to this day, and we are in sync with one another. According to Jackie Zawitryski, over the past few years, these two have overcome a lot of obstacles, which I have been impressed with. They have also become quite the team, and I know that they have done well and have new goals to achieve. One rewarding thing that horses have in friendships created while is the friendships I have created while involved with being horses. The skills I have acquired allowed me to pass them on to others. I helped others learn how to ride again and gain confidence in what they want to do, whether it's at rodeos, horse shows, or at county fair. Horses have played an important role in my life. This role, I am proud to say that horses play a big part of my life, but they also have that special thing that I like about them.